about to make Simon's food for the week, and I thought you guys might be interested to see what I do. Okay, so for this one, it is some oats, almond milk, date sugar, and apples. I think that's all I'm doing. Sometimes I put a banana in there, sometimes I don't. We have bananas, so we will play it by ear. It can help to kind of thicken it up a lot, but sometimes the oats do enough of that on their own. So I threw them into a pot of water. It doesn't have a whole lot of water in it. I might add a little bit more for the oatmeal. A pinch of salt in there because it helps with the flavor. Cinnamon. For the 4 apples, it's probably close to a cup of oats, I would say. You know, I'm gonna be able to add almond milk to it to loosen it up, because when it goes in the refrigerator, especially after you've like really blended the snot out of it, the oats start to make it really like gooey. It's like wallpaper paste. So you will want it to be more liquidy when it goes in the fridge. And then this right here is date sugar. And this is what I use to just sweeten it a little bit. He's got a bit of a sweet tooth, which I don't think there's any avoiding. He just really likes fruit. But lately I've been also mixing like spinach into his food. This is strawberries, bananas, and frozen spinach. So you're basically just making baby smoothies. And you're just trying to like split the difference with them being really palatable and being really good for them. I am gonna just like cook this long enough to make the apples soften. Turning that down to low. Actually, I mean, I'm gonna let it simmer for a minute, but like once it's boiling, you can just turn it off, you know, because it'll soak up all those oats, and the apples don't need to cook until they're, you know, mealy or anything. It's just kind of to soften them so that they're gentle on his stomach. And these are regular rolled oats. They're not quick cooking oats, but you know, you're also going to blend the daylights out of it. So just gonna go ahead and turn it off and let the residual heat cook that. Are you okay, Bumblebee? Are you okay? You are! Good job. Mike just took Simon for a walk with the dog, a walk in his jogging stroller. So Mike's kind of testing it out to see if he can jog with it, hoping the answer is yes. I don't know what would happen if the answer were no. But you know, he decided to go around the neighborhood first before going to like a trail or anything. He just didn't want to get stranded and it not work out or something. So that's where he is. I know that a lot of times these vlogs seem like I'm just a woman of leisure, but you know, if I'm being totally honest, I only film when the kid's not around. And you're seeing like 20 minutes of me condensed over, you know, often over a week. And most of it is just me in my mornings, like doing my rituals and things like that. It's not really interesting to watch me edit or watch me film or watch me feed my kid. I'm not putting him on the internet. So I don't know, I got a couple of comments from people just being like, you don't have anything to complain about. And I was like, I don't remember complaining, you know, but there are things in my life that are stressful, and I think that, you know, I shouldn't have to apologize for creating a life that I really enjoy. Another comment was, what does her husband do for work? He has a perfectly good job. You know, we make about the same amount of money. Like, and I shouldn't even have to say that. It's just so bizarre. Like, this is why people refrain from sharing their lives, is because you're going to naturally curate the most watchable parts. It's not that you're trying to flex on only the good parts of your life, it's that you're trying to make it watchable. If you just showed the same thing, if you showed you driving in your car every day, no one would watch that because they drive in their car every day. It's not interesting, you know? It's not supposed to be covetable, but it is supposed to be interesting. So that's my rant to kick this vlog off, and it's what's kind of kept me from vlogging. I've been in kind of a funk the last few days, not because of that, but just other things going on, and feeling like, oh, I'm not allowed to be in a funk. I'm not allowed to have other things going on. I don't know why those comments just live in my brain rent-free, but they do. And you know, it's just weird how like someone would want me to apologize for happiness. That was just such a joyful vlog. Anyway, let's go blend some baby food. So it's become pretty much a solid paste because of the oats. So I'm gonna thin it out with almond milk as I go. And this is the NutriBullet Baby. It's just, you know, specifically a baby food blender. You can tell because all of the containers are smiling at you. And I really do blend it until it's like, well, baby food. The expression exists for a reason. See, all of the containers have little smiling faces on them. And it's delicious. It's kind of creamy from the oatmeal and almond milk. And it has just a little bit of texture to it. He has 2 teeth. You know. How did it go?
Pretty good.
Yeah? Did Simon get a lot of exercise?
Smells really good.
It's just his favorite, the applesauce. And so, like I said, it's a little bit soupy right now, but it's gonna really, really set up in the fridge. So these, about 3 of these go to daycare with him alongside his bottles, and he makes his way through all of them sometimes. And you know, I will also mix it in with, like, you know, give him some variety, basically. Give him his strawberries with peanut butter, strawberry, banana, spinach, and then this. But this is, it's just nice to have these because, like, this is the one I make week after week after week because it's the one that reliably he will absolutely always eat. Feel better? Dad deserves some leisure.
What's that?
You deserve some leisure. Get Dad! I decided I need a haircut. I'm just feeling very blobby at the moment, and I haven't cut my hair in a while. And the last time I did, I really just did like some face framing, and the main thing is, like, now that I wear my hair wavy, and the haircut just doesn't really go with that anymore. So what my hair wants to do is shag. I'm not gonna go like super, super shaggy because I still wanna be able to pull it up like this. I don't want like really short bangs or something. I've been there. It doesn't suit me. I just thought that, you know, I would go ahead and embrace the impulse since I'm feeling schlubby and I need a shower anyway. And if you don't know, I was a professional hairstylist. Like, I know a little bit of what I'm doing, as much as you can know when you're cutting your own hair, which is, you know, sort of arguably impossible. Can I, oh, we have a medicine cabinet now. Brilliant. Let's do this. I'm gonna wash it. I basically just like pulled all this up and took a couple of inches off and made it like shaggy and then tried to even it out. Like, the only problem is that this side of my head has less hair on it than this side, so it's like shorter because I was parting it so heavily onto this side and I didn't want the layers to be too short doing that, and so like these layers were shorter than these layers. I had done that intentionally. I mean, suffice to say, like, I know my hair better than anybody, but I also understand washing that was probably pretty chaotic. But yeah, I'm going to wash it and I guess blow it out and you know, be able to like see the real proportions here, and then I'll probably go in and kind of like pull a little more weight out, probably just around my face. See you in a minute. Of course, while I was showering, the baby started crying. So that was a really stressful way to shower, and then by the time I got the conditioner out of my hair, he was done crying. So let's sort through this and see what I've done, because I felt the back in the shower and I was like, feels like I missed some spots. bet people are watching right now being like, never cut my hair. Don't worry, I don't do it professionally anymore. I'm gonna dry my hair now. Like that. And it'll probably curl when I go outside too. And if any hairstylists are watching and you're like, all you did was pull your layers up instead of pulling them out, like why do you only elevate to 180? Because this is where all of my hair is, and this down here is so thin. And so if I actually like blend the layers in, this ends up like non-existent. I almost have two haircuts. You know, if this actually like falls forward, it looks disconnected from everything else, but it's just because that's the way like my hair is proportioned. Also, I don't have a lot of hair towards the front of my face either, which is why, I don't know, I don't do a lot of like face framing stuff. I just let it fall forward. Like this is a lot longer than it looks. It still can go like way up in a ponytail and stuff like that, so yeah. It is like 12:45. I just spent the morning editing and uploading my one and done shadows video. Well, now I'm gonna go cut some roses. It's also mighty humid. Thought it was gonna be chilly. It was like really chilly this morning, so. I don't know where my little nippers went. I have like perfect little snippers that were sent to me with that fantastic Mother's Day collab from Finding Ferdinand and the Flower Bodega. They're really great little clippers, and I don't know where they went. So I'm just using my regular kitchen shears. So we have had some more, you know, happy surprises that, by the way, haircut, total success. I love just kind of the way that my, you know, after I blew it out and everything, like the humidity hit it last night and like the natural wave came back. By the way, can we catch up for a second? Simon decided yesterday, which was Sunday, it's Monday, he decided yesterday he only needed one nap. He's not quite 9 months old, he's like 8.5 months, and they take 2 naps a day pretty much like right now. And yesterday his schedule was so off. So like he woke up and he was awake for like, he woke up pretty late and then he was awake for like 3 hours or something. And then he slept for like 2 hours and 15 minutes, maybe even longer than that. And it just threw his whole schedule off. And so he didn't end up wanting to go back down for a nap until like 5 p.m. And we thought he was probably gonna go down for the night. We were like, oh, you know, he's not really feeling that well. He's had this like dry cough that kind of doesn't want to quit. When we put him to bed last night, I was like, oh, yesterday afternoon really, I was like, oh, you know, he'll probably want to sleep for a while. Maybe, you know, this will work out, whatever. You don't really have a choice when it's time to put the baby down. And then he woke up at like 7:45 at night. And he was up with us for a little while we were just kind of like hanging out outside. So yesterday was really weird. And I'm like really tired from it because it was exhausting. Like, it's just exhausting. Babies are exhausting. They are. He's an amazing, amazing, amazing human, and I'm obsessed with him, but that doesn't make it not exhausting to like carry around a person all day long. Literally and figuratively. My battery's dying because I ran my mouth too long. I'm gonna grab another battery and then we'll cut some roses. And action. Okay. So yeah, it's a little bit too cool the last couple days to go swimming. Womp womp. It is a heated pool, but I think it costs a fortune to heat it, and I just like, we don't really need to do that. I can just wait a couple of days, you know, not that big of a deal. But I want to show y'all some of the things that have been coming up lately in the garden that I can't take credit for. Those are some more of the same, I know it's like weedy, but I'm like, I know that a lot of this stuff is like straight up weeds. But you know, weekends and stuff like that, I literally have not had time to go in and, you know, do this kind of thing. It's just baby, 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 all the time baby. But those are some more of the lilies that are over here that are blooming. And look at them, they're gorgeous. Again, you know, this is all just pleasant surprises for me. I should cut some of these because they're looking like think they're probably getting close to being done, you know? Although, well, I mean, the cats don't screw with them out here, so I don't know if they probably won't screw with them in there either. Lilies are not great for well, they're deadly. So I don't really know. I'm just glad that they're not really screwing with them. These roses are gorgeous. These are looking spectacular. So these are completely new. Everything either fell off or was pruned off by me, by these hands, you know, post planting, and then this is all new growth buds and blooms, and they're gorgeous. This is all old, and I should just cut these off and let them meh, you know, do their thing. And actually someone told me, and I still haven't gotten out here to do it, but someone told me that like rose bushes don't benefit from having the bulb or like the, I don't know, the root core, what do they call it? The middle of it too far down in the soil. It needs to kind of breathe a little bit, and so I might come in here and like pull some of this soil out of the way on this one. But we have a new bloom here. He's a little slower to get on board, but I still have faith. Oh, they're so pretty. It's hard to like want to cut them, but flowers. That's flowers for you. You're coming with me, sir. Thank you. One. Pity. I don't want to rob you of your potential. How about you? You look nice. All right, let's do some pretty pink roses. Ooh, are you pretty? You come with me. Pretty. Okay. Let's go over and get some of mine. Yeah, this will be an artsy shot. How's that? You are so beautiful to me, copyright claim. Yeah, these don't have very long stems, so I'm gonna have to fill it with a lot of water. Lots of freaking thorns though. Dadgum. Woo! Okay. Yeah, it needs one more big pink one.
Oh my god, it's so pretty.
Thanks! Busy, busy, busy. Okay, I think that that is nice. I found a little one that was actually like half buried in the dirt, and I was glad that it was attached, and its bloom was beautiful, and so I completed the bouquet.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, it's getting fun. Yeah, I don't know how that works. I mean, I'm not sure exactly how that's going to play out.
Yep, that is excellent.
Yeah.
You guys, the sun came out, so you know, naturally I completely like turned back into swim self. I think what I'm gonna do, dip my feet a little bit, maybe I'll go grab my yoga mat. I'm gonna do a little bit of yoga, I think, underneath there where it's kind of not so hot on my feet, and then I'm gonna jump in. But first I need to put a bunch of sunscreen on, like a lot. I also have like a full face of makeup on, but that's about to go away. This guy. Hello, doll face. the baby went to bed, and so it's time for the original baby to get more attention. So we had to get a new dishwasher when we moved in because the old one had been so corroded by the crazy hard water in this house. We ended up buying the whole house water softener to try and help, but I decided to just like go big and get this really nice Bosch one because it was the one that my mother-in-law had and I liked it. And it's got this fancy little red dot right here, this little light to let you know that it's running because it's so gosh darn quiet. Do you know how many times I have opened that dishwasher when Mike has set it so I didn't know it was running? Opened it to put something in there and it has sprayed me in the face with water. So many times. Good morning, guys. Oh my God, I'm hot. I'm hot. Such a beautiful day today. Oh, I've got this guy right here. I don't know, it's like, if the jets are on, it's past like 8:15. It's probably about 8:30 right now. I did my morning pages and I am back in like a much better mindset. I just had this little, I don't know, alignment in my brain or something that I guess I had to realign. Like, what would you say, recalibrate in my brain yesterday. And it was just the yoga that you guys saw me do and the little meditation afterwards. It just set my priorities back straight around not being able to escape judging and not being able to escape the judgment of others, but to not judge that judgment. If that sounds really like hippy dippy, it is. My point is that it's a kind of an economy of judgment and just embracing the inescapability of that and not trying to constantly correct the record about what people think about you. You know, I'm not just a subject of those things, but I am also a perpetrator of them. I was watching my video yesterday where I talked about, you know, Violette's style of doing makeup, and it was kind of this petty thing in my own defense, talking about how, you know, she uses a makeup wipe to take her own makeup off in order to get her eye makeup right, and how that's something that I would never do. And I realized, like, Violette's just a human being, and if I don't think that I would say that to her face, not in that tone, not the way that I said it, and that's something that is just as much on me as like a lot of the, you know, judgment I see and the tone that I receive in response to me. And that's something that, yes, I should work on, but it's also something that's entirely inescapable, and that sometimes you just kind of have to let it be. And let us all be flawed, and let us be imperfect, and let that person's truth be their truth for that day. And that, you know, the chaos and the melange and the variety of everything that's happening is not in our control, and that's what, like, there's a lot of beauty in that. And also just that, and I put this on my Instagram yesterday, but it's like, I realize all of the things that you do that are supposed to be kind of life extending, like, you know, taking care of yourself in one way or another, rest, sunshine for me, yoga, meditation, like just giving your time back to yourself. Those are also the things that enrich your life in the present. And, you know, that like you are both making yourself happy right now, but also giving yourself more time on earth to be happy. That seems kind of obvious, but it was kind of a fun realization for me yesterday, just a reinforcing thing. Because you guys know, you might not know, if this is like your, you know, if you haven't been watching my vlogs for very long, it's kind of a recent thing for me to force myself to do it wrong, because I was just such a hustler. Hustle, hustle, hustle. And I don't think that like having a season of your life where you absolutely work yourself like crazy for something that you care about is in itself bad, but I also think it's equally valuable to have a season of your life, like recognize it and usher in a season of your life where you actually enjoy the rewards of everything that you worked for. I mean, I was God, for like at least 2.5 years, I was working like 7 days a week between 2 jobs, you know, and slowly trying to like winnow that down. But what I really did was just fill all of the extra time with my own projects in some kind of like paranoid attempt to justify my own worth. I remember the first day, you know, after having Simon and everything like that, like I decided to just, while he was sleeping, like do yoga. And I was like, holy crap. Oh my God. Like I almost broke down crying. I was like, I forgot what it was like to give any of my time back to myself. I've just been running. You know what I mean? I've just been running from this feeling for so long. You know, having a baby, the actual act of having a baby and having an infant is so selfless, and it's like forced selflessness. Like you don't have a self at that point, especially because like the hormones, especially during breastfeeding and stuff, but you know, the hormones alone kind of like remove your personality a little bit. They remove your essence, and it's I think it's, you know, by like evolutionary design to make sure that you're keeping that little human alive and not kind of prioritizing yourself over that. But at some point, everybody needs a little bit of independence. In order to be a good mom, I needed independence. And in order for him to be a happy kid, he needs to learn some independence. I love that he has like friends at daycare. And the thing that like I had to finally again release myself from was this judgment around changing my mind. I remember I talked to my mom about it. I was like, man, it's like every single day I have some new revelation about the baby that I think is the revelation. And I was like, but I just keep flip-flopping on everything, and I keep changing my mind, and I keep thinking that something is a solution and that this is what I want, and it doesn't turn out to be what I want, and it doesn't make me happy, and blah, blah, blah. And then I got on antidepressants. That made a really big difference. A lot less crying. And realizing that like the time had aligned at, what was he, 5 months, I guess, when I put him in daycare. And it was a really hard decision, but like, just, again, you just feel when certain things are right. And he comes home, like the pictures I get, he's so happy, the people there love him, he makes friends, and I realized that like it's enriching his life more than I would be able to enrich his life if I had him home all day. And also I get to, you know, put the necessary energy back into myself in order to be thrilled to be around him when I'm around him, which is still a lot of the time. Yeah, I mean, just kind of releasing my own judgment of myself and releasing the need to constantly be understood and approved of. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna go film a video here in a little bit. I'm gonna edit this vlog too. I haven't figured out like what I'm gonna film today. I have so many ideas and I haven't like drilled down on one particular one yet. And then at the end of the month, I'm going to do my, you know, mid-year best of the best and like fails and declutter. But that's not for a couple of weeks. So right now I'm just kind of trying to squeeze everything in. I also need to put on some sunscreen. I did not realize that the sun was out like this. I have it on my face, but I don't have it on my body, so I need to do that. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for being on, you know, any kind of roller coaster with me and my feelings. Just understand we are all dynamic beings. We are all changing all the time. And that's the beauty of it, you know? That's the beauty of it, is that we don't stay the same. If we stayed the same, that would just be boring and strange. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.